The Sound of Music by Deborah Colley. Here we come across the two famous and inspiring musicians, Bismillah Khan from India and Evelyn Glennie from Scotland. The chapter is divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2. In the first part, we will learn about Evelyn Glennie, who is a deaf yet a great musician in the world. As James Blade says, God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Deborah Colley is an Ottawa-based writer and broadcaster. She is the author of this chapter as well. She has traveled to the world while writing more than 100 articles for different editions of the Reader Digest. This part of the story is about a Scottish girl named Evelyn. She was very fond of music. She lost her hearing power at an early age. It was first noticed when she was 8 years old, and by 11 years she was completely deaf due to nerve damage. But Evelyn Glennie didn't give hope and never looked back. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. Once, she saw a girl playing xylophone and decided to play it. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist means a person who plays the drum, the tabla, etc. Ron Forway encouraged her. He made her learn music by making her feel different notes in her body. About Ron Forway, I will explain to you in next slide. Ron Forway was the percussion teacher at her school who recognized her potentials. He knew that this child could do something wonderful. He trained her by playing 2 large drums to different notes. He trained her not to hear but to feel the music through various parts of her body. This proved great for her, and the rest was her strong determination and hard work, that what we ought to learn from her life. She gradually left orchestral work, that means she didn't work together in the group, but started to give solo performances. Solo means single. At the end of her 3 years course, she had received most of the top awards. She explains that music flows through every part of her body. She further tells that the music tingles in her skin, her cheekbones, and even in her hair. So she was too much in love with music. So what was the mantra behind her success? In her own words, if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. So dear students, Evelyn Glennie achieved more than most people twice of her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. Evelyn has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look at her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given great pleasure to the millions of the people. In the second part of the chapter, we find Ustad Bismillah Khan, the great Indian musician, who is associated with the musical instrument called Shehnai. This part of the story begins with a musical instrument called pungi, which was banned by Emperor Aurangzeb for its shrill, that means very unpleasant, sound. It was perfected by a barber who belonged to a family of professional musicians. That's why barber, we call it nai in Hindi. So it was coined as Shehnai. How it was perfected, let me tell you now. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. That's how Shehnai began to be very famous and accepted by all. In the beginning, it was played in the temples before the images of gods and goddesses. It was played on every auspicious occasions too. Auspicious means promising to bring good fortune. Gradually, it became popular. The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. He played it in the chamber of the king. Its sound was appreciated by the emperor. Since it was born in Shah's chamber and perfected by a Nai, it was named Shehnai. Now let me tell you about Ustad Bismillah Khan. He belonged to the Banaras Gharana. He was born in 1916 at Dumrao in Bihar. As a 5-year-old boy, he would play gilli danda near a pond. He used to visit Bihariji temple and sing Bhojpuri Chaita there. He would earn a big laddu from a local Maharaja as a prize for singing very well. At the age of 6, he moved to Banaras. His uncle Ali Baksh introduced him to the nuances of playing Shehnai. He was deeply devoted to music. He used to spend most of his time practicing on the bank of the river Ganga. The themes of his music are deeply affected by the flowing water of the Ganga. And eventually he got the Best Performer Award at the All India Music Conference in Allahabad in 1930. In 1937, he bagged 3 medals at a music conference in Calcutta. Bismillah Khan was invited by Pandit Nehru to play the Shehnai from the ramparts of Delhi's Red Fort in 1947, that means soon after our independence. He won many international awards as well. He loved Banaras and Dumrao. He declined an offer from one of his students to settle in the United States. He ventured in films too. So that much was his devotion and love towards his country that he refused to go and settle in United States. As he joined in films, he gave his music in 2 movies. But the artificial world of cinema could not attract him. For him, music is God, music is his soul. Thus he left movies and he started to play the music only for God. So dear students, I hope you have learned a lot through these biographical pieces which tells us of people who have achieved success and recognition through determination, hard work and courage.